I want us to talk about these 4 or 5 matchups. These are incredible matchups. I mean, uh, the LA Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. This could be the most intriguing matchup in all of the first round, and not just like because you got so many stars, but the
Hmm.
potential for an injured star to come back during this series and really make this a very 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 interesting series. The LA Clippers, of course, they're missing Paul George right now. He last week of the season he got injured, and they said that they were gonna evaluate him, and especially like in the first round they were gonna reevaluate him. And of course, we know the Phoenix Suns, what they did. Obviously, they were in the finals recently a few years ago, and then they made a huge trade for Kevin Durant in the middle of the season. Now you got the four-headed monster of Chris Paul, Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. This is going to be an incredible series, man. Who you got for this one, and what's your analysis for this one?
Man, this is a crazy series, and truthfully, a lot of it depends on the return of Paul George. If we're being honest, you got two teams that potentially, fully healthy, both have a real shot at actually winning the whole thing. If we're being honest, so
Yes,
um,
100%.
like you said, the Suns made a blockbuster trade, got Kevin Durant. Uh, didn't have to give up Aiton, only gave up a few core pieces. But at this point, they are probably one of the best starting lineups on paper. Obviously, over there in the Clipper side, you have a great duo in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. The addition of Russell Westbrook, a deep bench that knows how to shoot and play defense. You're looking at a great team. And both, like I said, both teams were looking to go far. So definitely. To see how this series will start off without Paul George, we're gonna have to see what Kawhi Leonard is gonna be willing to give us. It's been a while since we've seen Kawhi Leonard have to be able to uh do this, basically take the reins, be that lead guy, and take over. We're gonna see how the load management work, how these back to backs work, and really see. I think he's gonna have to give us 30 plus for them to stay in this series long enough for Paul George to get back, if that's possible. Another person we got to see who got to step up is Russell Westbrook. We definitely got to see him get an increase in usage in the smart way, and definitely make sure that he plays smart ball. Don't play too fast, but still allow his speed and athleticism to allow him to do what he do. So I definitely do love this series. A lot of star matchups. KD versus Kawhi. Someone's gonna have to guard
Great.
Westbrook. I don't know who can guard Booker. Like, they just got so many people on the Sun side. I don't know what they can expect. If Paul George come back, Booker versus PG is going to be a fantastic matchup to watch. So definitely going to see what this series can really bring us. I don't know. I When it comes to who I think is going to win, um,
See, it's tough, isn't it? Because
yeah.
even without Paul George, I gotta say, I think that this is gonna be a crazy series because I think both of these teams are very good playing on the road, and both of these teams can win on the road, and that's what they've been good at. Even without KD early in the season, Phoenix was so good playing on the road. The LA Clippers, they're known for obviously their defense and how Ty Lue, is a great defensive coach as well, and they actually have a great defensive team, not just Kawhi Leonard, who we all know is the Claws Defensive Player of the Year at one point, but obviously like guys like Bones Highland and Terrence Mann and Eric Gordon, these are guys that can really defend. Norman Powell as well as a big guy that can defend. So you got defenders there. Some of the keys are definitely going to be, the bigs, especially Ibaka Zubac versus DeAndre Ayton is going to be a huge matchup because we know DeAndre Ayton, he can tear up a lot of teams in the West, and he has been tearing up the Clippers when they've been playing. He's been close to getting like 20 points. He's at like 17 points in the last 3 matchups against the Clippers. So he's definitely been balling out against them. Uh, I do think that the Clippers got guys that can score though. Now you've seen the resurgence of Russell Westbrook, and he is on some sort of a revenge tour as well. He wants to show people that they weren't counting him
Hmm.
out, and the Clippers have been starting to put him in a starting lineup as well. And you saw just recently he got like 36 points in a game just the last week of the season. He did that. So
Yeah, he's been
going
going
into the
off.
playoffs, a man's got a lot of not just like hype for himself, but he's also got like a chip on his shoulder that he's like, well, I've been to like 4 different teams in 4 years. Nobody really wants me, and let me just show you guys what I still got left in the tank. So I think that he can be obviously a third option for a team like this. If Paul George comes back, it's going to be very interesting. But I want to book something right now. I think that the Clippers are going to win the first game in this series. Book it right now. Clippers are winning that first game. It's in the Suns. It's in Phoenix, but I still think that the Clippers are going to take it even without Paul George. That first game is going to be taken by them. They play very good defense, and like I said, they play very good on the road. I think that translates a lot, and three-pointers translate with guys like Covington, Morris, obviously Gordon, and Highland, pretty much, and Bones Highland. Like they can score a bunch of threes. And I do think that they're going to take that game one. I think that Phoenix is kind of uh, they are feeling they're feeling a little. I'm not necessarily scared, but this is not the matchup they wanted for the first round. Like this is definitely not the matchup they wanted. They would have been happy getting somebody like maybe Minnesota or even like OKC if they could have moved all the way up, to the fifth seed. They didn't want this matchup, but I do think that at least for the first game, I think that LA Clippers got it. The rest of the series, I'll tell you in a second, but I want to know what you think about that. Do you think that they could win the first game possibly?
I mean, honestly, uh, it's in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, it's in Phoenix. It's in Phoenix.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Monty Williams been doing a great job with this roster. Booker's been having a great year. Everyone's back from injury. There's too many pieces on the Suns side. Uh, I don't know if they're gonna figure it out. They were 2-2 in the season series, but basically, they really didn't have their full team. In none of those matchups, neither team. So it's really hard to tell off of this when it
One
comes
of
to the
those
season
Clippers
series.
wins. One of those Clippers wins. They didn't even have Paul George or Kawhi.
Yes, I remember that. So it's really hard to tell off these matchups. But I definitely don't think they take the first game. And I'll be honest, I don't think that they take the series. There's a chance that Paul George might come back. But Kawhi and Westbrook, I do not think is enough firepower to deal with what we have over there, and I definitely don't think that Zubac is. I'll be honest, his weakness is dropping off that pick and roll in the mid range, and that's exactly where Phoenix feast. That's exactly where they make their money at. So I definitely don't think that they win the first game or win the series, and I actually got the Suns winning this series 4-2. I do get
Ooh,
them
wow.
winning. I'll be honest. So I
Suns in
do got
six.
them. I do got them winning the second game.
Mm.
I do think. I mean, hey, at the end of the
You think
day,
they're gonna
I
win
got
one on
them
the road?
winning. I
Yeah.
do think they win on one in a row, but I just don't think it's the first game. But you know what? Actually, you're right because truthfully, if they have a best shot, it's gonna be the first one. Um,
So
yeah,
a lot a lot of the Twitter talk has been Clippers in six, Clippers in six, and I don't know why
that's
they've
not
been saying
happening.
that. I was gonna say like I don't know why they've
I
been
mean, it
saying that. I
might
don't know
even
why that
be
was
Suns and
trending.
seven. But
I was just
nah.
gonna say, well, if anything, it might be Clippers in seven, but Clippers in six. Come on now, without Paul George, like y'all gotta calm that down right now, because without Paul George, just this is not. There's no way the Clippers are gonna win in six. There's no way. Let's just get that out of the table. I do believe that they're gonna win the first game, just because the reasons I say that. I think that they are a hot team. Especially when they get off in the first round hot and they can score threes. They play good on the road. I think they could take the first one. Now going towards the rest of the series, they are going to start to figure each other out. I do expect Booker and KD to start taking over the series, but honestly, I expect actually more KD and Aiton to take over the series really, because I do think
Oh yeah.
Aiton is going to play well against Zubac, and KD's just going to show off his scoring prowess. Now, it's going to be interesting if Paul George comes back game five. Let's say they're
And start locking
two
up
two.
Booker.
Let's say there's 2-2 going into game five. That's going to be interesting. Paul George comes back. I just think it might be too little too late. I still got the Suns winning it, but I got this as a 7 game series. I think this is going to be an amazing series. Even without Paul George, I think it's going to go 7 games. I just think that the way the Clippers play defensively, they play every good team tough. And they have been playing very well on the road. So I do believe that they have a shot, but it's just not a closing shot because I do think Game 7 KD closes, gets like 40 points and wins a nice playoff series and shows off why the Suns need him. I mean, there's a reason why they were almost undefeated when KD's been on the floor with the Suns. I just think that we are gonna see some good things from the Clippers though. Don't think that they're just gonna give up.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna be a tough matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7. But I just think that the firepower, even with the full Clippers team, is just gonna be too little, too late. Even if it's an even series, you're gonna have a Phoenix Sun teams that are really filling themselves out and defensively starting to figure out the Clippers. So Paul George starts adding different looks. But how useful is he gonna be coming right into the lineup is the question. So I definitely do. That's why I got a 6 because I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know how soon he comes back. I don't know if they
Nobody
allow him to
does.
come back, depending how bad they're losing. Like it's just too much in the air. So I definitely got the Suns with way more firepower, anyways, walking away with this for sure.
They definitely got more firepower for sure, and nobody knows when Paul George is coming back. Could be Game 2 or as early as Game 2, just because the way that these series go on for a long time. I mean, uh, he's from the end of the season until Game 2, he's already gonna have like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and that's when they said that they were gonna look at him again. So I mean, you never know, But we both got the Suns. Both got the Suns moving on, and I think we know why. It's because one of the best players in the world, Kevin Durant.
Oh
But
yeah, honestly, the Suns are one of the favorites to win it all. We'll definitely be tracking their journey throughout this playoffs and see if they can actually get there.
yeah, and I'll be honest, like I would have had the Clippers winning this series if they would have had Paul George going in the first game, because I had the Clippers winning it all in the preseason NBA episode we did. I had them as my NBA preseason winner, but just without both of their guys, they can't do it. They can't do it.